up, guys? Welcome to the first ever video on my YouTube channel. I know it took me like 20 years, but I finally made one. My name is Brent Ruiz and I am in the Christmas spirit. We just got our first Christmas tree right there, so that's a real one. We got a fake one over there. We got a beach ball that I just love to kick around inside my house for some reason. Anyway, well, we gotta turn this thing on. Here we go, boom! Hey, that looks pretty nice. Anyway, that's not the point of this video, but I did want to kind of just introduce you guys to my humble abode, welcome you to the Christmas season, and what better time than the Christmas season to start a YouTube channel. So for the first video, I wanted to make it like something special, obviously something about my car. Well, that's what this channel is gonna be about. I know you guys don't care about me at all. But seriously, I really wanted to make a really cool intro for this video, but obviously this is not it. But just wait a few seconds, maybe I'll figure something out. I think the best place to find some inspiration is from my Instagram account. So let's check what we can find on here and how we can possibly use this content to start this video off. So let's just see what we can find, man. It's been a while since I posted, huh? Man, oh, that's a really good one. Oh, I love this one. That's just, oh, I love that one too. I remember the flames, the crackle tune. Oh my god, that was insane. You know what? This first flyby is actually pretty good. Let's just. Oh my god. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ferrari 458. I've had it for a little bit over 2 years now. I have to say that it's been a very, very awesome experience with this car. Now in this video, I'm not going to be doing like an actual review of the car. There's definitely enough reviews of 458s out there on YouTube. It's not exactly a new car or anything. You guys know what a 458 is, hopefully. So what this video is going to be is just me giving you guys my experience with the car, and especially talking specifically about two things. Number one, the sound. And number two, what I'm gonna be doing to this car very, very soon. And when I say soon, I mean in the next video, in exactly 2 days from now. So before we do anything, before we get into this video, please hit that subscribe button and like this video if you actually enjoy watching it, because I can promise you guys that I'm gonna be doing a lot more content like this on this YouTube channel. So first things first, let's talk about the sound of this car. You might have seen it on Instagram in the past. That's pretty much how I grew my Instagram account, literally just by posting exhaust note videos of this car, like flybys and just driving videos and burnouts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that you guys like this kind of exhaust noise. Definitely my favorite part about this car. Let me just give you a backstory about this exhaust. As I mentioned before, I've had this car a little bit over 2 years, and as you can imagine, the day that I took delivery of this car was like one of the most amazing days of my life. And Yeah, it sounded good obviously from the get-go, but it didn't sound as good as my F430. I did have an F430 before this car, and if you guys are one of my newer followers and you guys never knew that I had a 430 or knew what I did to the 430 in terms of the sound, I actually had the exact same exhaust setup on the 458 as I had on the 430. So let's talk about the setup. The F430 had headers, it had straight pipes or test pipes, and it had an S-line exhaust. Those three key components made that car sound like this.
Oh my God.
When I got my 458, like, my only goal was to make this car sound like my 430 or as close as humanly possible that I can get to it. And I got kind of lucky because S-Line, they're just a small shop out of Denver, Colorado in the US. It's just mostly one guy that hand builds them all to order. So they don't have any stock. You actually have to place your order first before they even start working on it. But I got lucky because Teague at S-Line, he's the owner of the company and he's the one who does all of the exhausts. He had actually just started working on an exhaust prototype for the 458 because he had them already for the 360 and the 430 and the 430 Scud. So basically I got my 458 just in time to have the S-Line exhaust ready for me. So long story short, I immediately ordered a 458 S-Line exhaust, and I immediately also placed my order for Fab Speed headers and Fab Speed test pipes. Combining those three things onto a Ferrari 458 will make it sound a little bit like this. Downshifts are absolutely out of this world. And that raspiness, that race car raspy sound, that's what the test pipes do. So if you want that kind of sound, you're gonna have to straight pipe your car. Because while just getting the S-Line exhaust on your car will give it that high-pitched F1 sound, the volume will not be there unless you modify those other two key components. I received all of the parts and I immediately sent my car to my independent Ferrari mechanic and had him do the installation. Gotta tell you, when I picked up the car with the new setup, that first startup, at first like 100 feet as you like start driving the car with your new exhaust setup, if anybody like can relate to that, just multiply that by like 100, and that's the way I felt when I first heard the new sound of this car. Let me just roll down the window a little bit for you guys so you guys can just appreciate the sound a little bit. Trust me, the camera mics aren't going to be doing that great of a job of capturing the actual sound, but I can try my best. It's 8,000. Just an out of this world experience driving this car every time, knowing that you have that soundtrack behind you. It is just so much fun, and that you guys is my #1 argument for having a naturally aspirated car over like a turbocharged car or electric cars now. Oh, electric cars, come on. So let's just talk about the power of this car real quick. 458s out of the factory, they made 570 horsepower at the crank. I have yet to dyno the car, so I actually have no idea how much it makes at the wheels, but that is definitely planned. I have a tune in the works for this car. More on that later. I'm gonna be doing a lot to this car, so just stay tuned for this. I do have a tune on this car right now, which combined with the test pipes and the headers that I have, I think I would assume that I'm near 600 horsepower at the crank. But 600 horsepower, I mean, that has to be enough horsepower when a car can handle as well as a 458. This thing handles like a go-kart, but when you combine the handling with that sound, it makes every canyon drive so much more enjoyable. I mean, I'm not sure supercar ownership gets much better than this. It's something that I don't think I can really ever get rid of, just because having that sound with this steering feel at your fingertips whenever you want, I'm not sure like anything else can replace that. So I really don't foresee myself selling this car, especially given what I'm going to be doing to it. So yeah, the handling, the sound of this car, the looks of this car just puts a smile on your face every single time, and I'm not sure I can give that up for anything else. Jesus, this is absolutely, I mean, I've had this set up on my car for forever. Like it's been a year and a half that I've had it like this, and to this day it does not get old. It does not get old. So what else have I done other than the exhaust? I have a tune on the car, which I've experimented with a couple tunes in the past. I did a really crazy crackle burble tune, which I ran on the car for like a month or two before it got just way too ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I'm gonna play a clip real quick, because then you'll see what I mean. Like, you probably have never heard crackles on a 458 like these. Like, I mean, just check this out. So yeah, I had those insane crackles on this car, and yeah, it was kind of fun at the beginning, but it definitely got overkill because there was no way that I could turn the crackles off. They were there all the time, non-stop. And I guess that is actually one thing I failed to mention about the downside of an S-Line exhaust. They have no valves. So if you have like really annoying neighbors that are like anti-car, maybe they own Teslas only or something like that, or they hate loud cars at least, might be an issue. The funny thing is, I actually do have a neighbor right now where I live that they hate this car. They hate everything about it. They just hate the sound when especially the cold start, which is insanely loud, as you can imagine. But hey, if you're like me and you do not care what other people think, just enjoy the car that you have, and don't let anyone take that experience away from you. That's what I say. So why now? Why have I finally decided to start a YouTube channel? Well, there's two primary factors that led me to decide, and the first and foremost is time. I finally think I have enough time to put into a YouTube channel, to have enough time to create good content that you guys will hopefully enjoy. Whenever I do something, I really want to put my all into it, because I believe that if I put my full effort into something, that the end result should be something that I am at least proud of. That does not mean that it has to be successful, but as long as I am proud of it, that's all that matters to me. Now, the reason that I haven't had enough time in the past is because, well, for the past about a year and a half, I have been grinding my butt off on a new e-commerce company that I have built, and it is doing really, really well now, enough to a point where I don't really have to put like the crazy amount of hours every day, every week into like ensuring its survival. It's kind of automated by now, and I am in the stages of just growing it slowly but surely, and it has been an absolute dream project of mine, and I'm so happy and proud that it is where it is. Now, reason number 2 is the much more exciting reason. I am doing a build on this car. It is not something that many other people have done, so I promise that it'll at least be unique. It'll definitely be a little bit wild. So while I won't say exactly what I'm doing right now in this video, you'll have to wait for the next video, which will drop exactly 2 days from now. So yes, I am doing a build. I am doing a new wrap. I am doing new wheels. I am doing a lot of stuff to this car, and it's going to transform it. It has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's finally gonna happen, and I really am so excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Before this segment is over, before this video is over, and before this version of the car is over, I do just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watching right now, because this is my first ever YouTube video, and just from how everything has gone today, I've really enjoyed it. I really am looking forward to making more of these types of videos for you. I really appreciate any feedback at all that you guys have, anything that you want to see done differently, or anything that maybe other channels aren't doing that you think I should do. I do have some plans in the immediate future for the channel revolving around this car. That should be very, very fun to watch, but in general, just let me know any feedback, post in the comments below. It's been absolutely an amazing experience with this version of the car, but what I'm about to do to this car, this version is going to pale in comparison to what's about to be done. Please stay tuned. 2 days from now, I'm going to be releasing the video that's going to reveal what I'm doing to this, and we are going to get started right away, so there's no time to waste. Let's get this video edited up on YouTube. If you guys like what you've seen today, please consider subscribing, hit that button down below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys are notified when I release the next video, and like the video as well, because that will help the algorithm in showing this video to more people. So until the next one, I gotta say, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you very, very soon. Deuces!